Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirectTV 348, Sling, Roku, and AppleTV.
Hours after Trump announced Bill Barr's resignation, 2 weeks after Barr declared there was no evidence of widespread election fraud, the president summoned Acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen to the White House, according to the New York Times. Trump wanted DOJ officials to file legal briefs supporting Republican efforts in court to overturn Biden's win. And the Times reports he urged Rosen to appoint special counsels to investigate the unfounded claims of election fraud, and Dominion, the elections equipment company Trump falsely claimed changed votes in coordination with Venezuela. Rosen refused, according to the Times, but what Rosen didn't realize was that Trump had been introduced to the man heading up the civil division of the DOJ, Jeffrey Clark, and that Clark had told the president he agreed fraud had affected the election.
You can't ever accept when they steal and rig and rob.
The president was fixated on Georgia, and Jeffrey Clark was ready to rally with Trump behind the scenes. Clark reportedly drafted a letter to Georgia state legislators that incorrectly said DOJ was investigating accusations of voter fraud in the state and that Georgia officials should invalidate Biden's win.
Oh, my God.
Top DOJ officials told Clark he was wrong and rejected Clark's request that DOJ hold a press conference announcing an investigation into voter fraud, according to the Times. Clark then met with Trump the weekend of January 2nd, and after the meeting, Clark informed Rosen Trump was going to fire the acting attorney general, and Clark would take over, according to the Times. Clark denied calculating a plan to oust Rosen to the Times and said his conversations with the president were above board.
So the longer this takes to actually go to trial in the Senate, the more information we're going to get. So now we're learning all kinds of things, okay? We're learning that Marco Rubio thinks holding the president accountable or that justice is stupid. Yeah, he actually said that over the weekend, that justice is stupid. And that, he wants to stop the trial. He was asked to react to Mitch McConnell's, proclamation on the Senate floor. That indicated that Trump was responsible for the mob, that Trump provoked a mob, that Trump lied, and other powerful people lied so often and so big that Trump supporters had literally cognitive dissonance. They literally believed anything that Trump said. Otherwise, their entire innards would crash in on their own selves, right? So he was asked to react to McConnell saying, oh no, powerful people lied and Donald Trump provoked.
The mob was fed lies. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people.
Hello.
And they tried to use fear and violence to stop a specific proceeding of the first branch of the federal government, which they did not like.
Is Senator McConnell wrong, sir?
I think the president bears responsibility for some of what happened. It was most certainly a foreseeable consequence of everything that was going on. And I think that's widely understood. It may be even better understood with the perspective of time. I think that's separate from the notion of let's revisit this all and stir it up again. It's not, the stories are still going to be written. If there's criminal justice investigations, they're going to continue to move forward. All these things are still going to happen. All I'm arguing is we have some really important things to work on. You want to really kind of bring the country together and remember once again how we can get things done. It isn't by uniformity on all the issues. It's about working through a process that allows people with different points of view to debate all that and get to a solution for the country. All that, we're going to jump right back into what we've been going through for the last 5 years and stirring it up again with the trial. And it's just going to be bad for the country. It really is.
Justice is bad for the country. You hear that, everybody? The law and order crowd thinks justice is bad for the country. Putting the facts, the real facts, the sworn facts out on the table and out on C-SPAN in a televised trial is bad for America. Trying to achieve accountability and justice is bad for America. Why? Because the president did what he did, incited a mob after, November 3rd for the entire month of December, the entire month of January. the president lied and lied and lied, and Rudy Giuliani lied and lied, and Sidney Powell lied and lied, to the point of inciting a riot, an insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. And Marco Rubio thinks that holding someone or people accountable for the attempted assassination of the Vice President of the United States, Nancy Pelosi. Now we're finding out a man was arrested from Texas over the weekend for trying to assassinate AOC. Yeah, they tried to assassinate her. She said she came within seconds of losing her life. Seconds. That if they hadn't barricaded the door with a piece of furniture there, and the undercover police officers weren't at the door, and unfortunately they had to shoot a girl, which was just horrible to watch. No one should be accountable for it, because that would be bad for America. Justice is bad for America. I just cannot believe. You know, I just played you an old clip. That clip, the couple of clips I played you, they're more than 10 years old. Of the hypocrisy of Republicans. Endless hypocrisy. And it's still not recognized by them.
Would you support ending this trial, if you can, on procedural grounds, that it's unconstitutional to try a president who's left office without ever getting to the issue of the guilt or innocence of Donald Trump?
Yeah, the first chance I get to vote to end this trial, I'll do it, because I think it's really bad for America. If you want to hold people accountable, there's other ways to do it, particularly for presidents, including, as I said, the perspective of history, and even now as people are learning more about all this. But it's really bad. When you talk about situations like this is not a criminal justice trial. This is a political process. And ultimately, it is a political process that's going to inject things into our public discourse, into our debates, that's going to make it harder to get important things done, and is just going to continue to fuel these divisions that have paralyzed the country and have turned us into a country of people that hate each other.
Because of people like you who refuse to put the facts out there so that people can know once and for all that there was no election fraud that would have changed the outcome of this election. 2 people in Georgia voted under a dead person's name. 2. That doesn't change the price of rice. It doesn't change the result of this election. It doesn't change the Electoral College, and it doesn't change the fact that 7 million more people voted for Joe Biden fair and square because Donald Trump allowed for a mass casualty event to take place. 400,000 dead Americans. It was enough. People said, no, that's enough. Oh my God, justice is bad, everybody. I want you to remember that Marco Rubio, of Florida no less, would stop the trial the first chance he got, because he cannot risk having people know the true facts. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people were damaged in this lie. A lot of people were damaged in this lie. Not just the people that are going to go to jail for insurrection at the Capitol. Police officers were at the Capitol. Police officers, 2 Virginia police officers, 5 Seattle officers, dozens of officers in Washington, 31 officers from 12 states. They're going to lose their jobs. I mean, you know, you had an 18-year-old kid had to call the FBI on his own dad. Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirectTV 348, Sling, Roku, and Apple TV.